Mars, a cold red desert, no air to breathe, radiation falling from the sky. One mistake, and it's over. Mars is not made for humans, and yet we're building rockets, designing habitats, planning to live there. For the first time in history, another world is within our reach. But here's the question: will Mars become our second home, or our most dangerous mistake? Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun. It's smaller than Earth, colder than Antarctica, and the air there is nothing like ours. On Earth, we breathe oxygen. On Mars, the air is almost all carbon dioxide. If you took off your helmet on Mars, you wouldn't slowly suffocate. You would lose consciousness in seconds. The air pressure is so low that the water inside your body could begin to boil. Mars is not just unfriendly, it is deadly. But that hasn't stopped scientists from studying it for decades. Robots like Perseverance and Curiosity are exploring Mars right now. They've found signs that billions of years ago Mars may have had rivers, lakes, and maybe oceans. Long ago, Mars might have looked more like Earth. So what happened? Mars lost its magnetic field. On Earth, our magnetic field protects us from the sun's harmful radiation. And over time, the solar wind stripped away most of its atmosphere. Without thick air, the planet cooled down. Water froze. The surface dried up. And Mars became the red desert we see today. So if we went there, what would we face? First, extreme cold. The average temperature on Mars is about -80 degrees Fahrenheit. That's colder than the coldest winter in most places on Earth. Near the poles, it can drop to -195 degrees Fahrenheit. That's cold enough to freeze carbon dioxide into dry ice. Next, radiation. Mars has no strong magnetic field, and its atmosphere is very thin. That means harmful space radiation hits the surface almost non-stop. Too much radiation can damage cells. It can increase cancer risk. It can even harm the brain. Astronauts would need thick shielding, maybe underground homes, or bases built under Martian soil. Then there's the dust. Mars has massive dust storms. Some can cover the entire planet. These storms can last for weeks and even months. And then there's gravity. Mars has only about 38% of Earth's gravity. If you weigh 100 pounds on Earth, you would weigh only 38 pounds on Mars. At first, that sounds fun. You could jump higher, move more easily. But long-term, low gravity weakens bones. It shrinks muscles. It may affect the heart. So, is living on Mars even possible? Maybe. At first, we would live inside sealed habitats, like metal domes. Inside, machines would create oxygen, recycle water, and control air pressure. We would have to grow food indoors, from plants. Scientists are already testing ways to grow crops in Martian-like soil. Water might not be as big a problem as we once thought. There is frozen water at Mars's poles, and ice hidden beneath the surface. Future explorers could melt this ice for drinking and growing food, and even making rocket fuel. Yes, rocket fuel. Water can be split into hydrogen and oxygen, so they could make some of it on Mars. That means we would not rely on Earth for fuel. Here's the big question. Could humans really live on Mars? Yes, but it wouldn't be easy or comfortable. Mars would never be a second Earth. But maybe that's not the point. Throughout history, humans have explored the unknown. We've crossed oceans, climbed mountains, reached the moon, and maybe one day we will stand on Mars. Not as visitors, but as settlers, living carefully, building slowly, surviving against the odds. The red planet is harsh, cold, silent, but it may also be our next giant leap. The real question isn't just, could we live on Mars? It's this. Are we ready to try?